The strength of the leader, man. What can you do? Can you do? Also, just wondering what the item build is going to be like on Makoto, but I think both you and I agree that... Oh.
Celery, yeah, in some danger with the fissure placement. Jab's going to be able to land the Starbreaker, and this will be our first blood, and Duraccio, we forced the time walk away. So Talon strike first in our final game.
Just understanding that this is the period of time when that siege creep is starting to come along too. So the fact that they've been able to pull this wave might not be the best. It'll be a little bit of damage being pumped into this tower and a full wraparound coming from the Jakiro here.
What a scary position for them. It's going to be able to bounce them back into the Phantoms. Great positioning out of the Spirit Breaker charge. I mean, Q's going to come down, but what can he really do with this rotation? Maybe Celery is in some trouble.
Nah, no damage. No mana on Ollie. There's no chance.
No. Should be able to go through the portal. They're going to go for kills instead. Why not? They see some freebies and they'll be rewarded. A great rotation through the portal from Celery. You deal with the ward, you stick around, get a couple of big kills. And what you
then into the Blink Dagger and starting to scale off the back of that. Makoto, as he looks to go for a kill, gets dead shotted back with the haste route, so he gets the hell out of there. He's gone for the phase boots route, so this is much more of like less of a farming build, more of a kill build.
That's fancy placement. Solar Guardian's going to be in the fish. It's a little bit awkward though. Jabs is on the other side, but Makoto will struggle to follow up. Dude, everyone from Gladiators recognize the importance of this fight. Duraccio is ready with the Chrono, but the instant Delta split away from Talon, he'll still get an opportunity to use it onto the offlaner. But now 23 Savage, he's ready to go for the 10v10. They should be able to deal with Tofu. Gotta be cautious. Q's gonna be able to buy him some time. Attribute shift at the ready, so Savage will not be blown up.
It's just the ice path that Celery had laid down, but somehow it just lands slightly off to the side, and because of that, you get the additional little bit of damage that ends up being the end of Quinn.
And double Midas has been worked on for Gladiators. Ace is so farmed and potentially going to be rewarded with another kill. Savage blown up from 4 to 0. Mid lane now, though. Are they not even going to have the damage? You serious? Ace everywhere across the map with the early Spirit Breaker involvement. Ollie will get the kill onto Celery, but this is getting to some dangerous territory already with the fact that they are 2k ahead, and you're going to have a great Midas timing on Duraccio along with Ace.
Yeah, you will indeed. And again, I've said it time and time again, all you need is level 9 on the Spirit Breaker, and he's already 7.5 pre-10 minutes. Is this another kill? Oh, perfect. Oh, can't walk through it though. Oh, the calling, just doing that damage to be able to take him out. This is a ridiculously farmed Spirit Breaker.
And it's going to be Quinn as well, who's ridiculously farmed after the kill onto Q. Ollie, nothing he can really do. We'll chuck out a banishment, but it does not matter. And you are in dire straits now for Talon. You desperately need to somehow get kills onto Makoto's Tiny.
Basically, like, he does not have his Blink Dagger yet. He's still running around, not too much active net worth that he's looking to play around with. And if you can just look to hinder that further and further, it means that the Faceless Void gets more usages out of the Midas. The Faceless Void gets to start building into his farm. And I see that's exactly where the charges are coming mid once again.
What does that double LSA? Now they're going to get Makoto as well.
Yep.
It is just, it's the same recipe always. Gladiators, so much emphasis on securing power runes. Talon only bring 2. And they're going to be punished for that. If you're going to go for these runes, you need to bring more members.
Yeah. Tale as old as time. Gaming Gladiators playing around those power runes, and for a good reason. We saw, granted, he's got
to smoke and go through the portal.
Yeah.
It has to be perfect because Duraccio has the boys shortly, and if they group up for the Chrono, this could be devastating. Jabs, he's just going to run up and meet them all, and you can't take a fight here, but the calling, it's going to be disastrous. They'll still try though. Tofu's falling low. All the AoE control proving to be an issue. Jabs tries to get the ultimate up, but just to no avail. And they just are all mincemeat running into the grinder as now Gaming Gladiators. They'll find Ollie as well in no man's land. Savage considers about showing up, but he is far too late.
I feel like that's the sort of play that you make when you've got the 5k.
We're just in range to see the smoke.
Yeah, they were indeed.
So everything is at the ready from Dire. Tofu and Ace going to lead the charge. Ollie once again. Be able to pop this. Q will give him some separation. Should still be able to get the kill. Makoto with the counter over the echo. It's a pretty good combo. Can they blow up Quinn? And they will. That is a great start. Duracho, can he find the angle for the chronosphere though? Over the right side, the waveform. Savage toying with gaming Gladiators. And now the fissure onto 2. The perfect start is Makoto's going to jump over the top of the chain control. Duracho protected. Could Makoto lead the charge as well? Look at the calling. Tofu in a close area. Could be devastating. They're going to be able to get the jump in. Roche is down. Makoto gets the ages. It's a great start for Talon. Duracho used an early BKB as well. Talon kiting over to the right side. Okay, momentarily. We need to see what Duracho can do with his ulti. Savage, he's going to charge over the north side. Duracho doesn't even get to play this team fight. As Talon now can potentially get some more kills. Makoto stops the charge. Ace, 4,200 health. But when he has no heroes to play around him, it doesn't matter how long it takes to kill him off. As Talon, somehow they've got the net worth lead. They were down 7,000, but they are
thinking that he's a little safe here. Duracho on the right-hand side. Makoto careful not to pop his smoke on the towers, and how quick is he on the fingers? Yeah. He's still pretty satisfied with that, though.
They're really split. They're going for their own kill. Jabs is isolated. Going to be able to blink closer back to the T2 tower. Meanwhile, I mean, there's a straight chrono as well, so everyone else is stuck from being able to join, and Duracho just gets the time walk away. Savage wants to jump on forward, though, but the BKB stops the dead shot. Has he got the damage? He does. Waveform to confirm the kill, and Savage is not done just yet. Your high ground will not stop me. The Savage finds a double further to the south. Ace is isolated. We saw prior, when he doesn't have any boys to play with, he can be vulnerable. Quinn's going to TP in, has to jump over the right side as the Acro Slam Ace. He'll find an opportunity to charge away, but Quinn, he doesn't have the same capability. Tries to fly up to the high ground, but he's going to be cut down. Just what is going on? Gleaming Gladiators, they are crumbling.
They are indeed. They won't be able to take any towers off the back. There's little silver linings coming through from Gaming Gladiators, right? You've got Quinn, who's level 20 now. Big damage buff coming through for this Magic Lina. 11% spell amplification coming through. I believe Ace has the Shadow Blade completed, so it's another thing that's just going to enable to...
They see Tofu.
He shows himself. Yep.
Simultaneous jumps to the right and left. Both supports blown up from 4 to 0. Ooh. They're not messing around, Talon. They're looking for more as well. Right under the cover of the Shadow Blade. Ace is going to charge into the middle as well. You still have the Chronosphere. Savage with the Replicate's going to be able to prevent Duracho. They split away. Duracho doesn't have a good opportunity for his ultimate. Will finally use it, but it's a wasted Chrono. He'll get no value out of it. And now Makoto can hunt. Tofu stuck in no man's land. As Talon just have their number. Gladiators cannot take these fights anymore.
Instant use of the voice line.
Sometimes it is just your lucky day.
Just can't wait for him to get to the neutral camp, I guess.
And this is going to give Talon now an opportunity to set up around this top side. Instant jump. Chrono still on cooldown for another 5 seconds. Tofu gets blown up without remorse. Duracho is going to try and put a little bit of damage into Makoto. Charge from the other side of the map as well. Ace going to try and deal with Ollie. Once again, 23 Savage looking to try and play around with the Spirit Breaker Replicate. Ace is in some danger with the Purge. Great reaction out of the BKB from the Morphling, and again, Duracho will have 0 damage inside the bubble. It is an all-out retreat. They've got to cut their losses. Quinn will juke up to the north. TP still down for a couple of seconds. Looks like, let's see how True Shift to be able to work with. Not going to be able to blow him up from 4 to 0. Ace spies the Shadow Demon, but doesn't commit with the charge. Going to be cautious. They group up instantly. They split away once again. Duracho doesn't find an opportunity for the Chrono, but everyone is isolated. Makoto's away from the boys. They're going to need to find some way to protect him with the Chrono. This time, will clip 2 heroes, and that gives him the opportunity to kill off Jabs as well. Savage against the world. Can he do it with the instant buybacks? Solar Guardian back into the middle. Savage, of course, has that second life. Down to the southern side, though, Ace gets some time to charge away, but the fissure stops him from escaping. Duracho gets blown up as well. And now Quinn, looking like it might be a dieback, finds the blink at the last second. Gaming Gladiators not done. A Celery will also be killed off inside. The river is up the high ground. Savage goes.
He knows that there's no backdoor protection. He knows that you're going to need to use a buyback for this. Otherwise, you're losing your entire base. But with no Chronosphere to be able to play around, can they 100-0 him?
I don't think you can. 3,500 health, and you got the Wind Waker out of Q, and now Quinn as well. Jumped on the backline from Makoto. Tossed into the double fissure. Quinn's down for over 2 minutes. And now the building's under siege. No Chrono for the defense. They can go for the end if they want. Talon knocking one of the favorites down to start in the lower bracket.
More buybacks being used. They don't want to give this one up without a fight. This is starting in that lower bracket. A single series enough to be able to wipe you out. They would love to be able to pick off Dyrachyo here.
Dyrachyo, Savage, refresher used for the double waveform. That
they still can't
is all she wrote. Talon and Savage, take a freaking bow. What a comeback performance from the Southeast Asian boys. They are never out of any game.
And they are into the upper bracket as well. Can the real 23 Savage please stand up? Because he was the reason that Talon were able to get back into this game and then get across the line. What a way to be able to finish off this last day of day one of the playoffs.
What a performance, and I want to see the reactions out of Talon. Let's throw it over to Savage.